Here's Sub-Zero. Now, Plane Zero.
I got my vaccine, dude.
You got both doses?
I'm fully vaccinated, dude.
Vaccinated?
Yeah, dude.
I'm a full.
I got my 5G. I feel faster. I feel stronger. Oh shit.
You know how to speak Russian fluently?
Yeah. Yep.
No, it's dumb. I heard like after the wait. So you got both doses?
Yeah, I got both doses.
Yeah. So I heard the second one makes you feel like shit.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
it's bullshit.
Damn. Well, which one did you get though?
I got Pfizer.
Oh, well, I don't even know why I asked that. It's not like I'm
Yeah.
able to like, oh, the Moderna one is actually, I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's true though. But the Pfizer one, I got the Pfizer one, and the first time I got it, my arm was sore for like 3 days, and that's it. Like it was just sore, but like I could lift it and stuff, but it actually did hurt. Like to lift it, like you could feel like.
Well, I mean, that's like a flu shot. Flu shots are the same way.
Yeah. But it was only like that for 3 days. I didn't get anything, and I got sleepy. Like I got just tired, like fatigued, but I didn't get like a headache or anything. And then the second time, because I was like stupid. I didn't even look up. I was just blindly taking the vaccine.
Well, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I know, but like it is like pretty much like a totally new thing, and it is kind of dumb to just go into it completely blind, But I asked the nurse like when she was about to give me my second shot.
Is it okay to take? Yes.
No, I was gonna take it either way. Like even if she told me like we're not really sure, I'd be like, well, I just waited in line for 2 hours, so just fucking kill me. You know what I mean? But no, I just told her I was like, what's the difference between the first and the second shot? And she's like, it's the exact same thing. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah, it's the exact dose. Like everything's the exact same. Like we didn't add or change anything to it. It's the same shot you got before.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. And then I was like, well, people say that they get like sick or whatever. And she's like, it just depends on the purpose. But I mean, it depends on the person. But yeah, it depends on the purpose.
The purpose of getting
depends on the purpose why we gave them the vaccine. Are we trying to put them down, or are we trying to make them feel better? No, but yeah, she's like, it just depends on the person. God damn it, person. But if like the way you felt the first time is most likely how you're gonna feel the second time. And sure enough, like my arm was less like sore for less days, and it didn't hurt as bad. And I was just really sleepy though. Like the second day after I got the vaccine on Thursday, I like seriously slept for probably like 17 hours that day. Like it was crazy.
What did you put on your to get vaccinated? Like you know how because there's a questionnaire to explain. Yeah, like what did you put on the thing? Because like I answered the questionnaire, but I answered no to everything, and so it's like I'm gonna be like one of the last people to get it, I suppose. And then
yeah, probably.
Yeah, but then like
it didn't ask. It just asked me if I had an underlying health condition, and I said yeah.
What's your underlying health condition?
I got
I'm
surgery.
an alcoholic. Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a disease.
You don't understand. I'm sick. Like puking in the fucking vaccine line.
Is that a McDouble?
No, it's because like technically, like even my doctor told me that if I get any infection, it can spread to my hips and it can fuck up like my surgery. Oh, so it's actually
pretty important. Yes.
Yeah, and I like straight up if my hip bones or if my hip prosthesis get infected, if anything gets infected in there, they could like amputate my leg for it. So
oh, fuck that.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. And it could be like something like if I get like a tooth infection or something, that shit can spread to my hip. So
that's
like
nutty.
Yeah, it sucks. So that's
why they say like take care of your
the vaccine.
Like this way, like you have to brush your teeth, like take care of your teeth because like that shit'll spread to your heart and it can fucking kill you.
Yeah,
like,
straight up. Yeah, I need to take care of my teeth, dude. I have all 4 of my wisdom teeth. They're coming in, but they're coming in like from the back of my skull to the front of my head. You know what I mean?
Oh, like wait,
they're coming in sideways and they're pushing all my teeth forward.
Vertical.
That's why, like, my teeth, you see, like, my teeth.
Oh, that's horizontal.
Like,
that's horizontal.
My teeth are, like, crooked?
Yeah.
Like, they're getting pushed together over time because the teeth are pushing all the teeth forward, so it's, like, squishing my teeth in the front. But what sucks is that my dentist told me that they're never going to breach the gum. So I have to get all 4 removed, like, and they have to cut my gum open. And
yeah,
pull
surgically,
the
that fucking sucks. Yeah.
So I'm, like, super scared, but also...
It's not that bad. I've had it done. Yeah.
But also, it's so stupid. Like, I had both my hips replaced, and I'm scared.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm scared of getting my teeth removed.
Well, here the thing is, like, especially when they put you under. Well, okay, sometimes they put you under for removing your teeth. Sometimes they don't. Like for me, they didn't. They just gave me like a local, but then they also gave me the options like we can put you under. I was like, nah, fuck that. Like that shit is so weird getting put under for surgery.
But they use gas, don't they?
Well, yeah, but it's still weird being put fucking under. Like,
nah, anesthesia
count
feels
backwards
cool,
from 100.
Dude.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It's horrible.
You've had anesthesia?
Yeah.
I've had anesthesia.
Count backwards from 100, and then you're like on 92.
No, they never told me to count backwards or anything. They literally just talked to me.
No, they told me to count backwards, and I got to like 92, and I was out. Like 100, 97. 2.
You're coming. Imagine like when you're coming out of the anesthesia, you're like 61. It's 60, 50. Oh, I lost count again. It's like the whole time you were under, you were still counting backwards from 100.
But yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Anesthesia felt cool for me. Like they went in and like because I had the IV, right? Mm-hmm. And they like the what's his name? The anesthesiologist came in. And he was like, asked me like, did I eat breakfast or whatever and all that? And like, you're not supposed to. So like, he was like, actually he came in and he was like, so how was breakfast this morning? And I was like, I didn't eat breakfast. And then he was like, that's the right answer. And I was like, okay, good.
So the fucker was trying to trick you? What a piece of shit, dude.
Yeah,
you're like,
asshole,
oh,
right?
well, the fucking McMuffin I had was great coming in here. Like, gasless surgery. This guy's fucked. Like, instead of just like asking you straight out, did you have breakfast?
No, I mean, I like that better though. It's like, because it was more chill. Like, especially because I was nervous. And like, when I get nervous, I start like laughing and making stupid jokes. So like the fact that he was joking with me, like made me like feel way easier.
It, like, mellow out.
Yeah. Okay. But he just comes in and he's like, all right, cool. I'm going to give you a little cocktail or whatever. I was like, all right, cool. And then so he like put there's like a little Y jack and then he just like put it in the little Y and like put the syringe in there. And then it just felt like, like when you drink cold water in the morning and like you can feel it like go like in your insides.
Yeah.
It felt like that, but like in my whole bloodstream, dude.
See,
like,
that's a good healthcare worker though. Like I remember after my surgery, I had lost a lot of blood. And what do you call it? Like I needed a blood transfusion. And my aunt was telling me, it's like, oh, you're gonna get blood transfusion. It's cool. It's like, no big deal. You're just like, you're getting blood pumped into you. And then the nurse comes in, right? And this nurse, dude, such a bitch, bro. Like, cause she was all like, oh, you're gonna need a blood transfusion. Are you scared? And I was like, nah. Like, whatever, just getting blood, whatever, just getting blood. She's like, well, you should be. It's someone else's blood. They could have diseases and shit. She wasn't that forceful with it, but she said it like really.
She seriously said that?
She said shit like that.
What a bitch.
What a fucking hoe. Yeah.
No, and it's like also
like I wasn't scared, but now I'm fucking scared of muchos.
I would have been like, okay, you bitch. Well, what the fuck's going on with your blood cleaning process that you have in the hospital?
Well, that's the thing, though. See, I don't know what the odds.
Don't they test you?
Like, but there's still statistics to say like you can still get certain diseases from getting a blood transfusion. Like it's not foolproof. It's like wearing a condom. It's not foolproof, but like there's still outliers where you can catch something from getting a blood transfusion. But of course, the odds were so in my favor or whatever of not getting anything that I just didn't think twice about it. And I was like, yeah, sure, hospital, blood transfusion. I mean, it's like going to Village Inn and get some pancakes. It's like it's that simple. But there's like, but what if those pancakes have cockroaches in them? Like just one time.
Wait, you ate breakfast? It goes back to that. She's like, you're getting a blood transfusion and you ate at Village Inn before you came in here? Are you fucking crazy? Do you want to die?
Do you want to die? Anyway.
No, dude. Okay. The first time I went for I started off with the left hip. I got the left hip replaced and then I had to wait 2 months and then I got the right hip replaced, right? But the second time I went, the first time I went, I thought like, dude, surgery is the coolest thing ever. That hospital's badass. Like 10 out of 10, right? The second time I went, dude, I swear to God, I got like the junior varsity nurses. Like it was horrible, dude. It was like the worst thing I ever experienced, dude.
We accidentally replaced her hip with a chicken drumstick.
Dude, no, they fucking like, okay, I'm about to tell you one of the most embarrassing stories of my life, dude.
Oh, you probably pooped yourself or something.
No, dude, I fucking, okay, so when they put you under, like basically all the muscles in your body stop working. Like you have like when you're like under like anesthesia, they have to put like a breathing tube in you while you're under to make sure that you breathe because your lungs, like every muscle in your body stops.
Right.
So like when you wake up, like some of your muscles start coming back sooner. like, you know, like your consciousness and like all of like the small ones, but some of them for some reason they stay asleep for longer, and those muscles are like your asshole and your like pee function muscle, himself, right? Dude. So dude, no. Okay, first of all, yes, I pee myself several times in the hospital, but what happens is when you're under, they put a catheter in you too, right? So,
oh, dude, those hurt so bad.
You wake up with, you've had a catheter? Mm-hmm. Did you have it? Were you awake when they put it in you?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I was a kid though.
No, okay. Well, that's worse. I feel like that's super traumatizing.
I was a kid, so it was cool. Yeah. Well, you know.
Because I wasn't even in the hospital. It's like, when did they put a catheter in you, man? No, but, so like I woke up with the catheter, right? And it's not that bad because it's already in you. You don't feel it like in you. Yeah, they pull it out. It doesn't hurt though. It just feels uncomfortable. Like it just feels like I don't know how to explain it. Like it feels nasty, but it doesn't hurt.
Right.
It just feels like, oh, whoa, let's not do that ever again, right? But what sucked is the second time they put me under, right? And right as soon as I woke up from surgery, like when I was like foggy from the anesthesia, the doctor pulled out the catheter, and like the last time they did it, they gave me a couple hours with the catheter still in me to like let my bladder empty. But the reason they don't want to do that is because you can get an infection, right?
Right.
So they try to pull it out as soon as possible. But last time they were like, well, you were really under, so because of the dose of anesthesia, we're gonna leave it in a little bit longer and then pull it out so that you can pee. Because what happens is if you pull it out too early, your bladder starts to fill up, and because your like dick muscles don't work, you can't pee. So like what happened is my fucking bladder got full as fuck, dude. Like full, like super full. And then this fucking bitch nurse told me to drink more water. And I was like, drink more water? I was like, I feel like if I drink more water, then it's gonna get more full. I should give my body a little bit of time to wake up so that I can pee this shit out. And she was like, no, well, it's because you have to have something to pee out, so drink water, right? And I was like, okay. And then so my fucking bladder got full as fuck. And then she came back and she was like, oh, well, like we're gonna have to give you another catheter. So I had to be awake for the fucking second catheter, dude. Dude,
that sucks, dude.
I cried. I straight up cried.
Yeah,
like
no,
a bitch.
that's some horrible
shit. I cried.
I did too.
And I was like,
I was a kid.
Like I broke down crying. Like she like put it in me, and I was like, fuck, it was horrible, dude. Like straight up, I was just like, oh, like the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. And then like she was just like she was freaking out too because of how bad I was freaking out. So she was like pushing it in, and then she like stopped and she was like, oh well, she was like nothing's coming out, like whatever. And then I was like, well, fucking push it in further. Like I was like yelling at her. I was like, well, fucking, you're already all the way at me, like crying. I was like, just fucking push it in more.
Doctor runs in like, Sheila, what the hell are you doing? You're not supposed to do that when the patient's awake. Like, oh, okay, I'll just pull it out then.
And all but us piss starts flying over. Dude, it was horrible, man. Like after that, like finally whatever, like it ended and stuff. And then like I just remember like just laying down in the hospital bed after that, like in the dark, just like fucking like still crying, like like I haven't cried like that in such a long time, you know what I mean? Where it's just like a genuine like when like you know like when you're a little kid and like you're riding your bike and you like crash into a wall or something and it's like Buh! And you get up and you're like ah! Like just from pain.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like to have a catheter inserted in your fucking pee hole.
Well, I think this is a great time to how do you feel about the Greg Abbott fucking opening up everything up to 100% and no masks like at the same time?
I think it's dumb, but I also like don't really expect anything different, you know?
I think it's dumb. I think it's smart that he No, not smart. That's giving him too much credit. Opening everything at 100%. Okay, fuck it. You have to, right? Save the economy.
The mask thing is fucked up.
The mask thing is stupid. Yeah, that's like what was I telling my friend? Is like it's like we're allowing the sale of like assault rifles, and everybody's like, yeah, but we're banning the sale of bulletproof vests. It's all like, what? It's like, I think you're trying to tell us something.
Yeah, that's super true.
It's like, why would you do that, dude? Like,
wait, but Why can't I have a bulletproof vest anymore?
No.
And it's like, no, but you can have an assault rifle.
Assault rifle. Can I have a bulletproof? You can have 2 assault rifles.
So, but I want to feel like, like safe. I want to be protected. It's like, but you got an assault rifle. That's like,
You're good.
yeah.
Best defense is an assault rifle.
Shit, dude. No, yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting though, because I was thinking about it this way. You and I have always worked for bars that are, like the sign always says, we reserve the right to refuse service, right? So when it comes to like local businesses, I feel like every local business, every local place is gonna still require a mask to come in. And
also, I don't think anybody's been abiding by the capacity requirements.
yeah, no, for sure. I don't think so either. But you know what's interesting is like when the pandemic first started and me and you were still managing at International, we had that conversation where like we were like, well, we didn't have the conversation because a lot of bars were starting to.
Also, we didn't know what the hell we were doing.
Yeah, because we like literally there was no structure for us at all. It was all you make your own decision for your bar, however safe you want people to feel. So I remember me and you like we were super paranoid and we were just like, you know what, like masks are like just required. Like we said that like you have to wear a mask like when you walk in, just in case. Like that was our thing, right? So now that he's taking the mask mandate off, it goes back to that. Like whatever bars and stuff are like locally owned are gonna say whether or not, you're gonna kind of see like they're like, do you think Rock and Cigar Bar is gonna fucking have any masks?
Hell no.
Exactly, right? And if you wear a mask there, you're gonna be outcasted.
But also, I also like how Albertsons like the first like main chain. Like, but see, like
that's what I was gonna say.
They came out and they were just all like, we're not going to require masks either. And then like Sprouts and Walmart and Target, we were like, nah, we're still doing the mask thing.
Yeah,
and then
because
like,
that's dumb,
right? But then Albertsons like, wait, you guys aren't taking your pants off too? Oh shit! I mean, you know what? We're going to require masks. They redacted. So
they really did?
Yeah. So
that's so stupid.
But they had like they saw that like because
right,
even Jennifer was like, all right, you know what? We're not shopping at Albertsons like at least until the shit's like taken care of because I'd rather shop somewhere where I feel safe. And it's like screw it, we'll just shop at Sprouts and Costco. Well,
I think it's more of like
Albertsons is more of a convenience store. Like,
it's weird though because like I don't like to shit on Republicans because it's whatever, I don't really care, but. It is. You have to admit that they tend to do things that seem a lot like ill-advised. I feel like everything that they do is like stupid.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, okay, if he'd have just said open up everything at 100%, you'd be like, I get that. I understand the economy, all that shit, right?
Or even if he said, I'm removing the mask mandate, but the CDC guidelines still recommend wearing a mask when you go out. So wear a mask at your own discretion.
Well, he literally said, he said that. He's like, nah, I'm leaving it up to Texans to figure that shit out for themselves. He said it like, he didn't say it like that, but that's basically what he said. It's just like, but we're not going to require it because Republicans and Texas. Like, you know what I mean? Like he could have done one, which was smart and just say 100%, but then still have the mask mandate.
I kind of respect that Republican attitude though. Like you can't tell me what to do.
Fuck, you pay me?
Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But it is true. I mean, like more like the political philosophy of like just like having as little government as possible. Because
that's always worked out in our favor.
No, I'm just saying. Idealistically, it would be cool, but realistically, like, my dad told me that when he was talking about, he was the one that brought it up, the whole like mask thing or whatever. And he was like, people are so dumb. Like, it's like, he was like, you're adults. Like, if you want to wear a mask, like blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, but also like there's, especially in our line of work, we've encountered so many like stupid, ignorant people that don't care about anybody but themselves. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you can't like, as soon as like somebody like that gets the leeway, they're gonna like take advantage of it. But going back to what you were saying about Albertsons, it's gonna be this thing now where, if you're like truly liberal or whatever, then you can decide whether or not to spend your money at corporate places, you know?
Because, well, like I said, Albertson said they were like, first they said they weren't going to require it or they're going to get rid of it.
Right, but then they realized like that was a stupid move.
Because it was only stupid because every other business said, yeah, we're still going to require it.
Well, like, no, that was just a stupid move. Like, as a business owner, that's a dumb move.
Nah, true. Unless you're trying to like...
Right. If you're like rocking cigar bar.
Right.
Dude, honestly, if they like, they're like, okay, I'm going to be evil Mr. Capitalist right now, right? But if they lean into that angle, they're going to make a lot of money.
Well, yeah, it's just like Fox News. You
exactly.
know, you lean into those people and you just make that money.
And that's their market. And they're the only bar in El Paso that's like saying, hey, you know what? Like, fuck all this bullshit. Come here. Come drink here. You can smoke inside. You can fucking not wear a mask. Like, it's like, if you would like to die and you have lung problems,
come to
Rocky Cigar Bar, dude.
What do you call it? Fun fact. Did you hear about that, like, that golden Trump statue that got built?
Where?
Well, it wasn't, okay, it's not super big. It's like the size of, I think it's not super big. But the CPAC, it's some convention for conservatives, whatever.
Oh,
Ted Cruz was there.
Yeah.
So you know it's you know it's a fun time.
Goofy Goober,
Ted Cruz. And someone built like a golden statue of Donald Trump, and and let's just set aside the fucking like the comparisons to Christianity and like golden calf and the dumb statue, whatever. But it was built by a Mexican, Jennifer. No. She's like,
no. She's already seen.
Yeah. But the golden statue by Donald Trump was built by an Hispanic person, built by Latino, built by a Mexican. Oh shit, that's even better. I forgot about that part. Okay, so let's recap the last like 2 seconds. Okay. So the golden statue of Donald Trump was built by a Latino, and the parts came from China. Mm-hmm. But in order to like, I guess, promote the sale of it, like a white guy was on the face of it saying, "This is like, oh, I made this." And
really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, he agreed to it. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. So that's a strategy.
Well, yeah, but that's pretty fishy. It's pretty fishy. It's like you know that white people like your shit, so it's like we can't be having this like.
Well, yeah, but that's why like I even told like Jennifer that I was gonna go like make a profile on Fiverr and then just like have my name be like Sarah Fuller and like have me be a white person.
No, but that's the opposite of what that guy did though. If you did
that's exactly what he did.
Put your name on Fiverr and be like, hey, I make art like a brown person, but I'm willing to forego my name.
You gotta take the okay. See, you're thinking at like a low level con man level. You got to be thinking on that Trump level, dude. You got to be thinking it's like, no, I go in there with already like a white person picture and a white person name, and I just like sell my services. I can make some money, dude.
You could do that.
Yeah.
That's Use my face.
Huh?
Use my face. So I get some poon, dude.
It's Fiverr. It's not fucking Match.com. Calm down.
Hey, man. $5 poon is still poon, dude.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think definitely the Republican Party does a lot of things that I'm just like, well, that's a stupid decision, but I don't know. I also don't like I'm so.
If you think about it logically, let's see. It's dumb if you're trying to preserve life, but it's smart if you're trying to make money.
Right.
Which is, I guess, like the big disconnect because people don't.
Well, that's also like, okay, so businesses are.
Except for the mask part, that's just stupid because you can make money with masks.
It does make sense when you look at it from the business like standpoint, right? Like, what's going to make the economy the most money? Open everything up and
not wearing masks
and not wearing just removing the mask mandate, right? Because I'm actually kind of starting to agree with this shit, but
oh god,
I'm just being honest, like because it's up to the business at that point.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying is that's what I've been trying to say this whole time is it's up to the business and it's up to the patrons.
But see, that's the thing.
Personally,
but that's the problem though, because you know what the business is going to do. It's like the business is going to sit back and say,
that's not true. Look at Hope and Anchor. Huh? Look at Hope and Anchor. Hope and Anchor is still saying that you're not allowed to have a drink there unless you come in with your mask and you have to follow all our mask mandates.
Let's see how that works out next Wednesday. Like when the shit, I think is it Wednesday, where everything like goes down, like the mat. Like
what do you mean? Like how would it not work out?
What do you mean?
How would it like if it? Okay, so you're talking about business wise.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah.
So on the 10th, everything's allowed to open at 100%, right? and like it's basically back to normal, essentially by Texas rules.
Right.
So yeah,
Basically, like nothing ever happened.
exactly, and there's nothing going on.
Right.
Right.
Well, what I'm saying is, yeah, it might affect, like, if you look at the large scheme of like all the bars in El Paso, right? I feel like Hope and Anchor is definitely going to hinder themselves by not allowing people to just walk in without a mask, right?
Now the opposite could happen. Like
exactly.
Right, but I don't.
I think it's just smarter. It's smarter. Like, yeah, like you're looking at like, I feel like having a mask still mandated in your bar is more of a long-term play. It's like, all right, you guys can go ahead and open whatever, you do whatever you want, but this is what's safer for our customers, and we care about our customers, and this is what's going to keep our clientele coming here, because our bar is known for practicing and being hopeful and anchoring. I'm just kidding. No,
I think the only way that's going to work, the only way that's going to happen is if we do see an increase in cases and like, people actually catching the shit.
There will be. I think there will be.
Maybe.
I think that's a stupid move. It's too early, and especially because flu season doesn't end like right when it gets warm. Like, there's like a misconception. Like the reason we call things a cold is because
it's only happens when it's cold.
Well, the people think that the cold weather is what makes you sick, because they say, well, you get cold and your body's immune system wastes all its energy trying to keep you warm. But it's like, no, your immune system doesn't keep you warm. The reason that it's called getting a cold is because it happens during the cold season, right? But the reason that colds spread more easily in the cold season is because people aren't outside anymore. Everybody, like, whenever you go out in the winter time, nobody wants to be outside, so people are in contact with each other more. Everybody's inside the building. The air is stagnant inside the building because the building's trying to keep warm. So you're blasting warm air into an area and you're concentrating all these people together, and that's why things spread. But you can catch the flu in the summer.
Right.
Anybody can do that, right?
Right.
But the odds of you getting it in the summer are significantly lower, because in the summer you're fucking outside when you want to be outside because it's nice outside, like shit like that. So I think that this is definitely going to be like, we're going to see a spike in cases, but I think it's going to be like the first spike that we had. Like it's going to be at a death rate and an infection rate
that's acceptable to our bottom line.
No, yeah, seriously,
yeah,
that's what it is,
yeah.
And even people's bottom line, because, and I'll say this as just throwing myself under the bus too. When we first got like the mask mandate and they had the shutdown or whatever, I didn't leave anywhere. I always stayed at home, and I was like super paranoid. And the infection numbers back then were lower, and the death rate was also lower than later on in the year, where I started feeling more comfortable, like just like when I felt like, okay, all I have to do is wear a mask, stay 6 feet apart, take precautions. But I felt like at that point it was manageable to me, and I was more willing to interact with people at that point than I was when the quarantine first happened. But at the same time, like if you look at the data, more people were dying when that was happening, and more people were getting sick. You know what I mean?
I think what did it for me was, I guess, like the total number of cases in El Paso. Like, let's see, reported cases is 125,000. So, and then let's see, 117,000 have recovered. So that's 5,000 active cases roughly. And I don't know if you do the math at a city of 700,000 people.
Right. No, but see, that's okay.
It's like what, 0.35%? Something like that.
I don't know, dude. I'm not a fucking.
It's not high.
Math. Yeah, and it's never been.
Or is it 3.5%?
It's never been, and I hate that. I don't like that argument, because
I didn't argue. I'm just giving you numbers.
Yeah. No, but like people will use that. Like I saw some girl that's always posting about like conspiracy theories and shit, and the statistic that she actually brought up was true. It was like, yeah, coronavirus.
Don't burp in the mic. It sounds so bad when you're editing.
Who cares?
I care because I'm fucking editing. And if I think it sounds like shit, then the people listening thinks it sounds like shit.
Yeah.
Don't burp in the mic.
Fuck them all.
No,
Fuck them all.
don't burp in the fucking mic. It sounds fucking horrible.
Okay, whatever, dude. I'm gonna burp in the mic more now. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so this chick posted this statistic, right? And at the time she was right. It was like less than 1% of all Americans die from coronavirus. Like, so I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, that's true. But that doesn't mean that those few people, I guess you could say, in the large scheme of our population, those few people don't deserve to be alive. And also those few people are like fucking like literally people that like they've just been hanging out, you know, because their immune systems are weak. So it's like they've been in a world where like they're like, yeah, we can be here, and then it's like, oh well, something happens to the world where you can be here, but you're gonna die if that happens. And it's cool to think that we cared enough about less than 1% of our population.
No, we didn't. That's why we have like the highest death rate in the world.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying. Well, it still was less than like 1% of our population, I think. I don't know. I don't know the number now. I stopped paying attention to shit like that.
Bad.
Wait, what?
Sorry. Continue. Sorry.
No, I don't know. I just this whole like pandemic shit. I don't want to like say the typical like, oh, I got like super depressed and like blah blah blah, you know, like whatever. That's just a given, you know, it's gonna happen to everybody. But I think that the thing that has come out the most and has changed my view the most is just like the nature, like the amount of dick sucking that corporations and politicians do is like obvious to the world now. Like it's like you can't deny that that's not true anymore. Like before
no one ever denied it.
No, that's not true, dude.
Come on, bro.
No, like even like fucking like all like the like fucking Joe Biden's a piece of shit too, right? And
well, yeah.
And I don't know, man. Whatever. I don't want to get into this shit, right? Like I said,
no, you're already here. Let's go.
No,
Come on.
No, I don't want to.
You want to fight? You want to fucking go?
I'm over this shit. I'm over it. I think that there's a bigger idea that came out of the pandemic, and it's like actually seeing like how people value each other and like each other's quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the biggest thing is like it's everybody who was upset about wearing masks and stuff like that. It's because they felt like their quality of living was being hindered. But really it's like, yeah, well, you like hinder your quality of living because there's people right now that could lose their life off of you wearing a mask, you know, like, and then it's weird how it became a thing where wearing a mask was so difficult that they started making up bullshit about like it affecting your health negatively and stuff like that.
Well, you can blame the politicians for that because like I think.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Is it's the
yeah,
politicians
that was Trump's
sucking
thing.
Dick,
that was Trump's thing. Like he politicized the shit out of everything, so that way when it came to wearing masks, you know, everybody was just kind of like, you know, like what? I ain't no stinking liberal. I ain't not wearing a mask and blah blah. And if you look at like just, you know, like the El Paso Times or whatever, like the comment section on certain stories, you see people like fight each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh man, like, well, I'm still gonna wear a mask and I'm still gonna stay in because, you know, like, or whatever, because I don't want to get sick. And then someone will comment right below them, well, you stay in, you dumb liberal, you let the government control you, blah blah blah, you know, just dumb QAnon dumb things like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, I don't know.
I feel like everyone who decided that they didn't want to wear a mask and shit like that, and like it's like whatever, or like, you know, like Rocking Cigar Bar is gonna have that mask burning party, and they're gonna have like a cookout and stuff like that.
Is that a thing?
No, yeah, they like posted the flyer for.
You know what changed for me is it got to the point where I was like,
no, but we stopped going to Rockin' Cigar Bar before any of this happened because that fool was posting racist shit on like,
right.
Facebook
We didn't
and
like
stuff,
him. No, but I'm talking about like, well, the the big thing for me was like, okay, now that I have to wear a mask everywhere, it's like, well, the mask I wear has to be like pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I can't wear a dumb mask. You know what I mean? Like I have to look, you know what I mean? Like it has to, does it match what I'm wearing? You know, I can't wear this like, this fucking.
Just buy a black mask, dude.
It became a fashion accessory.
That's like, ever since I got those black masks, when one time me and Darren were going to meet and, I brought like one of those little like hospital masks, like the little typical ones that like a dentist would wear. I brought one of those and like right after like the first 5 seconds of us talking, we got in our cars and I took my mask off and it snapped. So I had to go to Walgreens and I got a big pack of those. Well, you had to go inside and get them for me. I gave you my card because I didn't have a mask. So I sent you in and you came outside with this big ass like 20 pack of black masks, and I think those are like the coolest things ever now.
Yeah,
like, it's a black mask. It's just a black mask. I'm not trying to like give myself a personal, you know, spunk or whatever. Like this is me. I like skateboarding, so I have skateboards on my mask. I do that with my socks. That is true. That is true. Like I like wearing like, you know, goofy socks or whatever, but I don't want to have a sock on my face. It smells like fucking feet. You know? Nah,
dude, you gotta get that. You gotta get the Gucci mask. That's why you gotta get the Gucci mask.
My God.
You know what I'm saying, with the fucking like the red and the green stripe on there. You know, the Supreme mask. I'm surprised Supreme didn't come out with a mask, although they probably did. And
yeah, for sure they did.
Yeah, I just haven't seen it. Yeah,
it was like they made a limited run of like 100 masks and you could buy them for like fucking, I don't know.
Anyway, but you said they're having a mask burning party?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's actually
pretty sanitary.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you brought it back though. Cause the advertisement for it was, it's a picture of a mask burning, like the medical mask, like the one I was talking about that broke. God. It's a picture of the mask burning. And then it's like a guy that has like well, it's not a guy. You don't see any person, but it's just like a hot dog on a fork. Like they're using the fire from the mask burning to like cook the hot dog. And it's like, no mask day, whatever, come in, like, blah, blah, blah. We're going to have specials and shit like that. And it's like, all right.
No, what I should do is like find an old photo of a Nazi book burning and then like put the RCB, like the logo on there. And then like, you know, then throwing like in Photoshop masks being thrown into the thing. And then like have the tagline being like, Achtung, mask burning party. You know, it's all like, you know, just throw a little promotion their way, you know. Well,
whatever. Lily was telling me that apparently every Saturday, because, you know, she works at Good Times, right? Uh-huh. They would have
These are all bars, by the way. People listening who don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah. Well, on Cincinnati, they would have Rock and Cigar Bars on Cincinnati, and Cincinnati's like a bar district in El Paso, and he would have Trump like parades every morning on Cincinnati, like where they would like it was like, you know, like this like before the election.
Trump parade? It's like a one block.
Well, yeah, I mean, no, but like they would drive around. But Lily would tell me that they would have like their fucking like cars and shit and drive up the wrong way on Cincinnati, to a fucking like, you know, just, and it's like, really, like that's what you're gonna do with your Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's like when that dummy Sammy, whatever the hell his name is, like bought that like keg of beer. And we're not paying the taxes on the beer. And then he took the keg and he broke it and then he's poured it down Cincinnati. He's like, well, you paid the taxes.
What's the dumbest thing that you do? Like the dumbest thing that you do that you actually enjoy and you spend time on. And if somebody told you, hey, that's pretty stupid. Like, why do you do that? And you just like tell them like, well, I don't know. I just like it.
Personally?
Yeah.
Come back to me. What is yours? Because I don't really.
I feel like mine probably is like playing games.
Okay, so video games. Yeah, like I've been playing Valheim, and like I've been spending time. I have to catch myself and be like, I cannot spend 3 hours building this fucking cabin because it's literally like I wake up or like I start doing it, and then I feel like when I'm done, I feel accomplished, and I turn off my game, and I'm like, wait, where's my cabin?
Okay, hold on. We'll talk about Valheim right now because I don't want to lose track of what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, okay.
But I'm down to talk about Valheim though because I really want to play it.
All right.
But what I'm saying is like, imagine you weren't dating Jennifer, right?
Uh-huh.
And you told like you're starting to date this new girl or whatever, and you told her like, yeah, you know, like every Saturday morning, I wake up and I get online with my friends and I play this game Valheim, and like it's like you tell her everything about it because it's pretty gay, like when you actually explain what's going on there.
Yeah.
But like you're like, yeah, it's just like a survival Viking game, and like me and my friends get on every Saturday morning. That's what we do. I love doing it on Saturday mornings. Like that is still way cooler than like imagine if you told a girl like, hey, every Saturday morning I wake up and I get in my car and we put our Joe Biden stickers on the side of our cars and we all meet up down at a ale house and we drive around the parking lot with our stickers on our cars, letting everybody know who we vote for.
Depending on the girl and depending on the person, like there's always somebody attracted to.
No, but that's still way dumb. That's still way dumber. Like video games is the dumbest thing we do, but there's actually like when you're playing a video game, it's stimulating. You're like in a different world. You can develop different skills that are like, like they're built in the world. You can progress in the world.
Well, I think holding politicians in high regard is a dumb thing in general.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't care who it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is I said Joe Biden just to like even the playing field, like to make it, like if people started having Joe Biden parades, even the people that are like on the left leaning side of things will be like, that's fucking stupid.
Well, like I hate when everybody gets mad when something like happens. I don't know how like to their politician or whatever. Or, or when they cry and shit when like the person they voted for like didn't win or whatever. Or I don't know. It's just like you're a fan of a person. And as far as we know, people kind of suck.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
especially politicians.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I just think the whole like I still vote, right? Because civil rights movement, like a lot of black people died for my right to vote, whatever. So I still vote because I'm not gonna, and I'm also gonna be one of those people that like talk shit about the whole process and then like don't participate in it. And then when you're like, oh, then who'd you vote for? Well, I didn't vote for anybody. It's like, okay, well, shut the fuck up because you had your chance. You had your chance to speak when it was time to vote, and you didn't say anything. So go away now. Like no one's talking to you. So I still like participate in it. So I mean, it's almost like when you go vote, people get mad because it's like, oh, you're making a decision between like, was it a shit sandwich and a douche?
A turd sandwich and a douche.
And a douche, right. Like, you have to think about this in a logical perspective. Like, politicians have to appeal to a wide variety of people. And most things that appeal to a wide variety of people suck. Like, pop music is trash.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Like, what else? Network TV, fucking horrible. I hate network TV. I'm talking like
the only thing that appeals,
American Idol and like
oh yeah, for sure.
What's the one with the Bachelor and I hate what's the one with the scientists and it's like the laugh track.
Big Bang Theory.
I hate Big Bang Theory. Like I hate all those things.
You don't like Big Bang Theory, dude?
I hate anything that appeals to a wide variety of people. Generally sucks.
If it has to tell you when to laugh, it's not funny.
Right.
That includes Seinfeld, Friends, 3.5 Men.
Right. But granted, I'm not one of those people who's just like, oh, I'm so cool. I like things that like a lot of people don't like. No, I fucking love Fast and the Furious films. And Limp Bizkit is like my favorite band.
I feel like everybody likes Fast and the Furious though. It's like
No, they don't.
Yeah, Limp Bizkit's trash for sure. And so is Fast and the Furious.
What are you talking like, okay, see that's the thing, like everybody a lot of people love Fast and the Furious. You know what I mean? And I'm one of those people because I think of the fourth movie when it became like not about racing, it became about like heists and whatever. Like at that point, I was like, I don't know. But by the sixth movie, I already bought into the fucking hype, and I was like, okay, let's see what crazy shit. A Charger through the 20th story window, landed on top of a battle cruiser, blah blah blah. Like like I was ready for whatever. Like yeah, so I like a lot of mainstream shit, but I admit that Fast and the Furious is not going to win an Oscar. It's not great movie making. It's not. Like it's trash.
Yeah, it's like you're literally watching. It's I feel like
people love Hot Cheeto. Hot Cheetos is like the greatest thing on the like. The
I feel like
greatest
that about the Godzilla movies, like the new Godzilla movies. It's like I caught myself because I watched the second one, and it's fucking stupid. And I was like, I got to the point where I was just fast forwarding. Like so I could get to the fight scenes just so I wanted to watch the monsters fight. And then I realized I was like, yeah, it's because you don't watch a Godzilla movie because you expect to be fucking blown away like by the storytelling and all that shit. It's like you watch a Godzilla movie because you want to see Godzilla
you want to see shit blow up.
Yeah.
That's why I'd be like, people talk shit about the Transformers movies because the story sucks. And I'm like, well, I really just wanted to see cars transform and do crazy shit in CGI
Yeah, it's
style.
like honestly though, like if you go back and look at the cartoon, like did it really have like a super compelling story?
I don't know. I wasn't a big Transformers
I'm
fan
sure
back
that
in the
it
day.
did. I'm sure that didn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like no one goes to like no one things that appeal to a white audience are generally like conceptually shitty. Like you know what I mean? Like there's not a lot of thought put into it. Like
Right, because
McDonald's cheeseburgers.
it's like the same thing as like the mask mandate practicing. It's like you're kind of like whatever you're practicing is you're kind of just trying to cast a wide net to get as many people to watch your shit as possible.
Right, exactly. So you're not too like worried about the quality. So I feel like politicians are in that same vein. Like they have to appeal to a wide variety of people. If you apply that same principle to like items, like food or movies or whatever, you get something that does appeal or is at least tolerable to a wide variety of people. But when you look really hard into it, it's like kind of trashy. You know what I mean? Like, Joe Biden is the McDouble and Trump is what's the Burger King's burger? The Whopper? It's the Whopper. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you can't compare a Whopper to a McDouble. It has to be
Big
a
Mac?
Big Mac. There
okay,
you go. Yeah,
there you
come
go.
on.
Yeah, there you go. AOC is a chicken sandwich from Popeyes. It's this brand new thing that hit the market and everybody's about, but it's just a fucking chicken sandwich from Popeyes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm losing myself in the fast food fucking like ether.
Yeah. I was about to say though. when you went on your whole rant about things that are appealing appeal to a wide audience usually are shitty.
Yeah.
I was about to say the only thing that anybody can agree on is like fast food. Everybody loves fast food.
Not everybody loves fast food. That's the thing. There's people who don't like fast food.
Yeah, but people eat fast food all the time. Like even those people that don't like fast food,
Again, like there's people who just,
like I don't think that you eat fast food a lot.
I don't. But like, say for instance, if after this we decide to go get like McDoubles for whatever the fucking reason,
Right.
I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, and McDoubles are fucking amazing.
They're okay. They're
No,
not
dude.
amazing.
McDonald's French fries?
No. A steak burger from fucking Great American is amazing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like the thing that's like prepared.
No, it's different
with the
though.
bacon.
It's
Actually,
different.
no. Actually, the bacon avocado burger from Carl's Jr. That's just amazing.
Yeah, see,
It's
okay,
also
that's what I'm
fast
saying. But
food,
there's
though.
some fast food shit that you can fuck with, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's good.
But McDonald's food is just edible, and that's what like, and it has a it's edible and has a taste to it.
It's good, man.
No, it's
good.
not.
They
It's
put
not
the
great.
right little fucking spices in there.
Like when you're
the right
drunk as
little-
shit, and you're just like,
Carl's Jr. Like Carl's Jr. is way better than McDonald's. For sure.
So like McDonald's is like the normal working
But
equivalent.
McDonald's is cheap as fuck.
Yeah, see, so like I think McDonald's is like the normal schedule equivalent of like of donuts and coffee. Like for instance, like if like homeboy shows up to work late and he's like, why is he late? And he brings like donuts and coffee. He's like, oh, okay, it's fine. He's late, right?
Yeah.
And so what I would do sometimes is like I'd be all fucked up and then like everybody be cleaning and I'd be like, well, I'm going to McDonald's to get food, right? So I'd drive to McDonald's and buy like fucking like 30 McDoubles and like 50 single fries. And where's Darren at? Why isn't he help cleaning? And I show up and it's like, hey, burgers and fries. Just always like, oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Where are you? This is like, what McDonald's did you go to? Because I feel like the McDonald's on Mesa makes their fries like just a little bit different than the one on Vista del Sol.
It's fucking dumb, dude.
Okay, well, we got like 13 minutes left. Let's talk about fucking Valheim real quick because I wanna get into it. So
right.
I saw that it's $20.
Yeah, because it's another early release.
Yeah,
Right.
That's like to me, that's too much already.
No, it's actually like it's because it's early release, so they're gonna charge you the full price. But there's like, you ever play Minecraft?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Minecraft in that you have to go and like travel and like mine shit and like gather shit.
Well,
but
I haven't actually played like Minecraft. I just thought of Minecraft. I mean, I played it, but I played it like Legos. Like I want to build shit. You
right.
know?
Yeah. So it's kind of like that same thing, but it's a little mix of that with survival. And there's a story there, I think, but like there's 5 bosses in the whole game right now that you have to kind of kill. But like you're busy like trying to craft your build your house, and there's already people online who have like spent 140 hours building like giant like.
It's not pay to play.
Huh?
It's not pay to play.
No, once you spend the $20, that's it. Like you have the game.
Yeah, but like you can't buy like.
No, you can't. There's no. What was the word? in-game purchases. There you
Okay.
go.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, there's no in-game
That's
purchases.
cool. I like that.
Yeah, at least for now. I mean, it's,
And you share a server with other people?
Yeah, so what you do is you start your game, and I could be wrong about this, but you start your game, and then you could allow your world to be accessed by the public, and they could just join in and build shit, whatever. And you could actually join in on other people's servers and like start building their.
So
whatever.
it is kind of like Minecraft,
right? But right now I'm just doing my own thing. Like I'm on my own private server, just like messing around and stuff and having fun. So it's cool. Yeah. So you just like you're a Viking, and then you're like you build your cabin, and you make your armor, and you go out and you hunt animals and deer and. Like it's.
I want to play it because it's a survival game, and there's a really fun game. Well, I don't know if it's fun, but it's a game that I got super addicted to called Subnautica. And it's like an underwater survival game. Like basically, the story gets set up where you're this guy that crashes onto an alien planet that's like 99% water. There's like a few land spots that you can go to, but most of it is just water. So you have to like, when you first land, you land in a life pod, and then you have to go down and swim, and you can only swim for certain amounts of time and certain depths because you don't have like oxygen tanks or anything. But you have to start collecting like minerals and stuff and making like, so you have to collect like copper ore. And eventually, like if you collect enough copper ore, you can put it into like this little machine that you have, and it'll spin it into copper wire so that you can start working on like making wiring kits to make like computers and stuff like that to try to help you survive.
Yeah, so this is like the same premise. Like you build your like in Valheim, you build your cabin, and then you have to build your little like workshop, and you build like a little chopping block to help like to upgrade the workshop, and then you build a tannery, and then after you do that. Fast forward, then you build like a smelter so you can start making like metal, like making bronze from like tin and copper. And then you build like a cold forge so you can like start throwing in wood and it knocks out coal so you can throw into the smelter and la da la da la da. And then you make your armor so that you go out and you hunt. And yeah. And every once in a while, like it'll say the forest is moving. And then like people will like little monsters will try to like attack your shit.
Monsters?
Yeah. Monsters.
What
will,
kind of monsters?
I don't know. They're like little tree gremlins. Like there's a word for them, but they're like tree gremlins because they're made out of wood. It looks like and have glowing eyes.
Goblins?
Yeah, something like that. And then every once in a while there'll be a fucking troll. And like trolls are huge, dude. Like they're like huge as shit. And then you'll like I remember like the first time I ran into a troll. Like I was just kind of exploring. Like I do this thing where I just like it's a bad idea. Don't ever do it. But you just like run into one direction and just see what you find. And I ran into a fucking troll and I was like, oh shit. And the thing about this game is that the monsters once they tag onto you, like once they see you, whatever, they'll chase you for almost forever. Like it seems like forever. Because I was running for like a good like 2.5 minutes, and I'm like, okay. And I turn around, and he's still there, and I'm like, what the fuck? And so I turn around, I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let me fight this dude. Maybe I'm supposed to fight this guy now, even though I only have a leather tunic
like
and a club.
You're throwing rocks at him.
Yeah, like, and so I turn
David
around.
And Goliath, dude.
Well, I turn around to try to fight him, and like I hit him a few times. And I'm like, yeah. And then he takes a big old like troll swing at me, and just like, bam, you died. Like, holy shit. So, but after a while,
when you die, do you lose your progress?
You lose some experience, and your items just kind of sit there for you to collect when you come back to life. So you like run over there and get them. But then I realized like if you just take a bow and arrow, and you can just kind of like pick
Poke
at
him.
them, and then run away, and then pick, and then just keep doing that shit to them. But yeah, like so.
But you have to have arrows that you made, right? Like you have to make arrows.
You have to make arrows. You have to make arrows. You have to make bows.
Yeah, and then eventually, like, I feel like it's one of those games where, like, after using your bow for so long, it'll like break, and you have to like make a new bow.
No. That's the good thing about this game is that the like things do break, but there's no repair costs. So you can literally just like go up to your workshop and just be like repair.
In Subnautica, like it's more technological, right? So you use honestly, I think you should play it. Like, I'll buy it for you. It's cool.
Yeah, play Valheim. Valheim's the it thing now, right?
Yeah, no, I'm
like Fortnite,
I'm gonna play Valheim for sure. But Subnautica, like I think you should play. It's like an underground game, but honestly, it's gonna take a lot of times. Actually, that's cool for our gameplay recording.
Yeah.
Just like it would be cool to see you start from the beginning and just record it and like see how because they have it on PC, and it started on PC, but you can play it on PS4 now.
Oh, cool.
But with Subnautica, like things don't break, but the thing that sucks is that your tools require batteries. So the batteries will run out, and like if you don't have a battery anymore, you can't use your tool anymore. So like you either have to like dude, I swear to God, like I'm like preparing to go somewhere, like, and it's cool because you can set beacons so you travel, and when you find something that you want to remember, you're like, oh shit, but like I don't have enough supplies, and like I'm gonna fucking die if I stay out here. So you can set a beacon there, and like you can write like on the beacon, it'll say like, oh, these are where the salt deposits are. So I know when I need salt, I can travel over here to get salt, to collect, you make jerky in the game. Basically, it's like cured meat, and you like that'll allow you to take meat and like fucking eat it longer. Sorry, I'm getting like super into it, but whatever.
Yeah, I know.
But you have to like, going back to the battery thing, like when you're going somewhere and you know you're gonna need a certain tool, like you'll pack extra batteries with you so that when the battery dies, you'll have another one that you can put in there and keep using it. Like. But all that takes up space in your shit too. So it's like, well, what are you going to prioritize? How long do you think you're going to be over there? Are you going to need water? Do you think you'll find water over there? You know, it's like.
So the thing that happens in Valheim is like if you stay out too long, it'll turn nighttime and you'll get cold. And when it gets cold, your stamina like refills slower. So like running away is like a pain in the ass, and like, you know, doing all that shit's a pain in the ass. So what I do is, and I'm sure other people do it too, it's like you run like so far into the map and you start building like a little half-ass cabin, like enough to where you can build like a little bed and a fireplace and a little workshop so you can work on stuff.
You can't set up like a camp?
Well, it is like a camp, but it's so you have your main cabin, right? The one that you're actually like spending time to upgrade it, upgrade. And then you have like little outposts that you build out like in the world and shit. So that way, like if you're out and you want to explore this area, like before it hits nighttime, or when it hits nighttime, you just go to bed real quick, and then like it turns day, because at nighttime you start getting attacked a lot. So that's why you just like you build your little cabin and shit. You just go, boom, take a nap, wake up, and then just like go out and explore. And then you put a little chest there, like a little a chest, and you start putting items in there so you can kind of like come back to them, or you know what I mean? Like that's the way that works.
I want to play just because I've been listening to a lot of black metal. And
yes,
like they're all they write about is like Nordic gods and stuff like that. So it makes me like want to fucking just put some music on like lightly in the background.
Dude, the first time I played the Quake 2 soundtrack in the background when I was like going at it, and then just like you're just going around, you're like and you're killing deer because you're low level. It's a death metal.
Quake 2 is too cool for that.
Huh?
Killing deer.
Well,
I feel like you play Quake 2.
Not these fucking deer. No, I was kidding.
Not these deer. They're like
killer deer,
demon deer.
There is a demon deer in that game. So,
dude, so I want to get a capture card so I can record like the gameplay for the podcast. Because like I've been doing shit like recently that's been like fun for me just to watch, because that's what we said we wanted, right? Like it's gameplay, but like you're not really looking at the gameplay. The gameplay is just kind of there so you can see it while you're listening, right? Yeah. And if you want to like
also so we can post on YouTube, because if you instead of having an image play for fucking like an hour.
Yeah. So I like recently got addicted to playing blackjack and fucking Red Dead Redemption. And what I'll do is I'll go and I'll have like my guy, and like you start off with $5, right? You put $5 and then you keep playing like whatever. And I'll get up to like the point where like sometimes I'll like double down and I'll have like $26 and I'm feeling crazy. I'll double down again and I'll just like go back to losing a shitload of money, like whatever. But what I always do is like my rule is I start off with $5. I put $5 down and I have to leave with more than $5. So like I'll put $5 and I'll stay there playing to like or I can get to $5. But once I start earning money, like I just want to leave with $5. And what I do is like I'll keep playing.
So real life gambling, we're just like, dude, I gotta like make my money back.
No. Yeah, basically. Yeah. But like once I get to $5 though, what I do in Red Dead Redemption, so like you'll see me play blackjack for like 30 minutes, like right. And then like once I get back to $5, I'm like, it says leave, and I'm like, yeah, I leave, and then I get up and I just pull out my gun and shoot everybody. Yeah. I just pull out my gun, I shoot everyone, I rob them.
That's a GTA 3 thing, dude. Remember, like when you used to like roll around GTA 3 and then like
you bang a hooker,
and then as soon as you're done, just go out, kill, take your money back. Fucking horrible. Dude.
Yeah, it is horrible, but it's just fun. Like it's just so. I don't know. It's just so. it's fun because
it's fun to kill hookers and take your money. Is that what you're trying to say,
it's
Joe?
fun because you can't do it in real life, you know. And like, obviously, you wouldn't do it in real life, but it's just so fun to be like,
it depends.
ridiculous.
Really
You know?
that
I can
money,
do whatever I want. Yeah, like,
Do
fuck
whatever I
it.
want.
Yeah. But that's it, dude.
Okay. Well, I think we should like have some kind of like outro.
Adios.
No, hold on. No. We're on Instagram. So like do that stuff.
Banquet
like
Boys
it.
12 ounce.
12 ounce, yeah. And then also on the YouTubes, like, subscribe, and comment.
It's just Banquet Boys, right? I just looked up Banquet Boys and it came out.
Yeah. Banquet Boys. Yeah. So like, subscribe, comment, talk shit, or suggest shit we talk about. So blah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and that's about as good as an outro you're gonna get. Goddamn it.
Later, Tater.
Later.